All right, let's dive into something that's a pretty huge leap in artificial intelligence. We're moving way beyond simple chatbots here. We're talking about Agentic AI, a technology that's basically creating a whole new digital workforce.
So think about the AI you use every day. You ask it something, it spits out an answer. It's a tool, right? But what if that tool could take a really big goal? Something like, hey, launch our new marketing campaign. And then it just did it, planned it, coordinated it, and executed every single step all on its own. Well, that's the core idea behind Agentic AI.
So what really makes this new kind of AI so different? Well, in a nutshell, it's not just about thinking anymore. It's about doing.
At its very heart, Agentic AI is all about autonomy. These are systems designed to be totally goal-directed. You give them an objective, and they figure out the how. They can reason through problems, make a plan, use different tools, and see a project through from start to finish, with way less hand-holding from us.
This comparison really nails it. On one side, you have conventional AI. It's reactive, it follows a strict set of rules and needs a ton of human input. But on the other side, that's Agentic AI. It's proactive, it's adaptable, it can learn as it goes, improve itself, and actually strategize. It's kind of the difference between a simple calculator and a completely self-sufficient project manager. A total game changer.
So how in the world are these digital workers actually built? Well, it's not just one single piece of tech. It's more like a whole ecosystem of different parts, all working together.
This chart here kind of maps out that whole ecosystem. At the very center, you've got the Agentic AI, and it's powered by these big AI models. But look at all the pieces around it. It needs frameworks to give it structure, memory so it can learn and remember things, and applications so it can actually interact with the real world. Every single one of these pieces is absolutely essential.
And this really gets to the shared DNA of all these systems. Turns out, it doesn't matter which framework you look at, they all have four key things in common. The large language model, which is like the brain, a set of tools, like APIs, which are its hands, memory for context, and, super important, guardrails to keep things safe.
And here are just a few of the frameworks making this a reality. If we stick with that digital workforce idea, you can think of CrewAI as a way to build a project team with different AI roles. MetaGPT takes that idea even further. It literally simulates an entire software company, with AIs acting as engineers, project managers, you name it. They all just provide a different blueprint for getting these agents to work together.
You know, having individual agents is one thing, but their real power, their superpower, is unlocked when they start to collaborate. So how do you get a whole team of AIs to actually function like a team?
It really boils down to the same things a human team needs. You need clear communication, and you need a shared memory. For AIs, that just translates into some key tech, standardized communication protocols, and some pretty advanced memory systems.
You can think of these protocols as the rules of the meeting for AIs. As you can see here, they provide a standardized language for everything from just integrating a tool all the way up to coordinating huge enterprise systems. This is the behind-the-scenes plumbing that makes that multi-agent collaboration actually possible. And just like us, these agents need both short-term and long-term memory. Short-term memory is all about the immediate task, the what are we doing right now stuff. Long-term memory, on the other hand, is the real knowledge base. It stores information from past projects, user preferences, and skills it's learned, which lets the agent get smarter and more personalized over time.
Okay, this all sounds incredibly powerful, maybe a little sci-fi, but where is it actually being used? The answer might surprise you. It's in a lot more places than you'd probably think.
A really great positive example is in environmental sustainability. Agentic systems are already out there analyzing climate data, making smart agriculture more efficient, managing the energy grids in our cities, and even coordinating disaster response. They're basically chewing through mountains of data to make faster, better decisions and tackling some of the biggest challenges on the planet.
And that impact is stretching across almost every industry. In healthcare, agents can help create personalized treatment plans. In finance, they're doing real-time fraud detection. They're giving robots the ability to make decisions on the fly. And they're even being used in creative fields to generate brand new art, music, and scientific models. The sheer scope of this is just staggering.
But of course, this kind of incredible power also brings a whole new set of very serious challenges. I mean, building a digital workforce is one thing, managing it safely and ethically, well, that's a whole nother thing entirely.
And this is key, we are not ready for a full-scale rollout just yet.
before these systems can be safely woven into high-stakes parts of our lives, there are some pretty major hurdles we've got to clear.
Think of this as the agenda for the first big HR meeting with our new AI workforce. First, scalability. That's a practical problem. These systems need a ton of computing power. Then, reliability. This is huge. Can we actually trust them not to go off the rails? Interpretability is the classic black box problem. If we don't know why an agent did something, how can anyone be held accountable? And finally, the biggest question of all, ethics. How do we make sure these autonomous systems are fair, transparent, and actually align with human values?
And that all leaves us with this final, really critical question. As these autonomous agents morph from being simple tools into our sophisticated collaborators, our coworkers, we have to completely rethink our relationship with technology. Who's ultimately in control? And how do we make absolutely sure this powerful new workforce is working for us and not against our best interests?